Easter Island, or Rapa Nui, is one of the most mysterious places on Earth. Its iconic Moai statues have baffled researchers, explorers, and scientists for centuries. These monolithic figures aren't just impressive, they're impossible. How did an isolated Polynesian culture, with limited resources and no written language, carve and transport hundreds of these massive figures across miles of treacherous terrain? Some say it was ingenuity, others whisper about ancient lost knowledge, even extraterrestrial involvement. But new research is revealing something truly astonishing. These statues might have been designed to walk themselves. Let's uncover the mystery of Easter Island's walking statues, an ancient engineering enigma that challenges everything we thought we knew about human innovation. Easter Island sits alone in the vast Pacific Ocean, over 2,000 miles from the nearest major land mass. Roughly 63 square miles in size, the island is famous for its 887 Moai statues. Each of these statues stands 13 feet tall on average and weighs about 14 tons. The largest Moai ever erected towers at over 32 feet and weighs approximately 82 tons. These statues were carved from volcanic tuff at a quarry called Rapa and then somehow transported across the island, sometimes as far as 11 miles, to their final resting places, called Ahu. Some are placed on stone platforms overlooking the sea or the island's interior. But here's the twist. The Moai were moved without wheels, metal tools, or beasts of burden. And yet every single one was transported upright, or so it seems. For years, the prevailing theory was that islanders used logs as rollers, dragging the statues over the landscape. But this created a troubling contradiction. Deforesting the island would have made transporting such massive objects even harder. Was there another method? According to local oral tradition, the statues didn't need help. They walked. To the Rapa Nui people, the Moai weren't just statues. They were living ancestors, vessels of mana, spiritual power. The legends say the Moai walked from the quarry to their platforms, moved by the power of a powerful priest or king. It's easy to dismiss this as mythology. But recent archaeological experiments suggest that these stories may be more literal than anyone expected. In the early 2010s, archaeologists Terry Hunt and Carl Lipo tested a bold hypothesis. What if the statues weren't dragged, but rocked forward? They built a full-scale replica, attached ropes to it, and with a team of 18 people began to walk it forward, tilting it from side to side in a controlled, rhythmic motion. It moved, not easily, but efficiently. The statue moved upright, swaying like a waddling penguin. It seemed to almost dance down the path. Suddenly, the island's legends of walking Moai didn't sound so far-fetched, and their demonstration proved that the unique shape of the statues, their forward-leaning torsos, their curved bases, might not be aesthetic accidents. They could be functional features, designed specifically to aid in walking motion. It wasn't magic, it was brilliant engineering. To fully understand how the Moai were made and moved, we must return to the source, the quarry at Rapa. Carved directly from the side of a volcano, the Moai were shaped using stone tools called toki, made from basalt. Most of the statues are found here in various stages of completion. Some still attached to the rock face, others partially buried in the earth. Some buried Moai appear to have full bodies, not just heads. This revelation, made famous by dramatic excavation images, shocked the world. But for archaeologists, it was no surprise. The statues were originally meant to stand fully exposed on platforms, but centuries of soil erosion buried many of them. Within the quarry, several statues seem to have been abandoned mid-construction. Others show signs of design experimentation, changes in size, facial features, and base curvature. The sheer number of unfinished statues suggests a constant process of testing, failure, and improvement. The Rapa Nui weren't just carving idols. They were innovating. Over generations, they may have refined the design of the Moai to make them more stable during transport and easier to walk across uneven ground. In other words, the statues evolved. The genius of this system is subtle. Instead of fighting gravity, they used it. Each tilt forward brought the statue slightly closer to its destination. The curved base, heavy head, and narrow feet weren't flaws. They were keys to movement. If the Rapa Nui mastered such an ingenious system, why did it stop? What caused their civilization to decline and the statue building to cease? For decades, the dominant theory was ecological collapse. According to this model, the islanders cut down every tree to move their statues. This led to soil erosion, food shortages, and civil war. The Moai were toppled, and the culture fell into chaos. But recent studies paint a more complex picture. New research shows that rats, introduced accidentally by Polynesian settlers, may have played a major role in deforestation. Tree seeds were eaten before they could sprout. The population may have remained stable for centuries, adapting to changing conditions. There's even evidence that the islanders practiced sustainable farming, using rock gardens and nutrient recycling. So why did the statue stop walking? The arrival of European explorers in the 18th century introduced diseases, slavery, and violence. Within a century, the population dropped from thousands to barely 100. The Moai of Easter Island don't just stand as stone giants. They walk in our imagination. They challenge our understanding of ancient technology and human potential. Far from being primitive, the Rapa Nui developed a method of movement so clever it took modern scientists centuries to rediscover it. They worked with gravity, not against it. They turned stone into something that could walk. So next time you see a picture of one of those solemn-faced statues, remember, that giant may have once danced down a dirt path, swaying side to side, guided not by machines or magic, but by knowledge, rhythm, and community. If this mystery made you see history in a new way, consider subscribing. There are countless more secrets hidden in the past, just waiting to be uncovered.